Hey guys, this is Terry again, and I wanted to speak to you about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that would be men in public that talk to women who clearly do not want to talk to them. It's like, I don't know if they think that, like, when a woman is shopping, we're generally focused on shopping. I mean, like if I'm at the mall, I'm either there for a specific reason, because I have money to spend, and I want to buy what I came there to buy. Or I'm broke, and I'm there looking at all the things that I want to buy and making wish lists. Or I'm bummed out, and the mall is my retail haven to replenish my strength and make me feel more invigorated and re-energized. And I do not need my therapeutic retail haven to be tainted and desecrated by skeevy pervs hitting on me and trying to ask me for a date or my phone number. I'll tell you something that happened to me like the other day. Um, okay, I'm originally from Kokomo, Indiana, but I've moved like in the past week to Indianapolis, Indiana, which is a huge, like a huge place compared to like Kokomo and stuff, you know. So I was down at Circle Center Mall, which is big, but they have a lot of other malls and stuff too in Indianapolis. And get more comfortable because this metal chair hurts my ass. So that's a little bit better. Get more comfortable. So I went upstairs to the little arcade area, and I was just sort of just wandering around, browsing and stuff. And like this kid goes, "Hey, you want to play a game with me and my cousins?" And I don't know, he looks pretty young, and he had like two like little small children with him, like a guy and a girl. And I don't know, they didn't have like their little swipey card thing to play the game, so I think that they were like, I think they like rigged the machine to give them free plays or something, and I was not going to be a party to this deception. Just kidding, I don't care. But if that was a claw machine, that would have been so kick-ass, because if you know me, eventually you will know that I have like a major claw machine addiction, but I'm getting off on a tangent here. The point is this guy who I later found out was like 19 years old says, are you from around here? And at the time I wasn't, because I hadn't moved here yet. So I was like, no, I'm from Kokomo, I just come down to Indianapolis to shop. And he was like, do you have a boyfriend? I was like, okay, guy that just met me 5 minutes ago asking me if I have a boyfriend. And I was like, no, not really, not at the moment. And he was like, do you want a boyfriend? I was trying like to be polite and not be mean, and I almost wanted to be like, not you. Isn't that mean though? That's like mean for like a girl to say to a guy who's clearly interested. What's a nice way to say that you're not interested? I was like, well, you're kind of young. And he was like, well, how old are you? Like 20, 23, 24? You can't be more than 25. I was like, dude, I'm like almost 35. And he was like, no fucking way. And I was like, yes way. I'm like, I'm 34 and you're 19, so bye now. Not really. I'm always thinking these things, but I never say them, because that would be rude. And I try to be a nice girl. I'm like a nice girl with a very, very sarcastic personality and a very sarcastic sense of humor. And a lot of times, I'm like, you can't see my fingers. You can't see that I'm doing this when I'm there. And I'm like, type online. People can't gauge my sarcastic sense of humor through my text, and they think I'm being serious, because obviously my lips are so dry. Because obviously you can't tell someone's intended meaning when all they see is type. So the type is left up to user interpretation, and the reader may like gauge a certain kind of meaning that you did not wish to imply, and then they get all offended, and it's like drama. Anyways, what was I talking about? Anyways, I was like, yeah, so you're like 19 and I'm 34 and no. Then I was like, besides, I'm waiting for someone. And he was like, oh, boyfriend? I was like, no, just a friend. I just met him. And I was like, I'm waiting for him to get off work and I'm just killing some time. And he goes, oh, who is he? He's like, I know everyone in the mall. And I was like, how is it possible to like know every single person in the mall? But I was like, well, he works at one of the booths and he's Russian. And he goes, oh, the sexy look dude. And I was like, another guy calling a guy the sexy look dude. I guess, well, the guy is sort of, kind of, unofficially my boyfriend now. So I'll be like, I told him, do you know this guy named Dwayne? And he calls you the sexy look dude. And he was like, what? And I was like, oh, like this little black dude. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I know him. And I was like, he asked me out, and then he asked for my phone number, and I did not give it to him. So he was like, well, will you take my number, and we can be text buddies? I don't even text my real friends. Why would I text you, random 19-year-old mall dude? How is that okay? Because it's not. So I took his number to be polite. And then he was like, can I have a hug? And I was like, a hug? And I was like, this is by far like the weirdest thing that has happened to me in a while. Men are always trying to talk to me in public. And usually I'm not in a very good mood because of... Don't bother me when I'm shopping. Especially don't bother me when I'm shopping and using the shopping as a form of, like, mood enhancement to elevate my crankiness. And if I don't have any money, I'm going to be even more cranky looking at all the stuff I can't afford to buy. But, just don't bother me when I'm shopping. Like, when I'm shopping, I want to focus. Like that movie with What's Her Bucket? She was redhead. Amy Adams. No, not Amy Adams. She was the crazy chick from Wedding Crashers. I can't remember her name now. But she was in Confessions of a Shopaholic, which was based on My Foot is Going to Sleep. No, not based on My Foot is Going to Sleep, just My Foot is Really Going to Sleep. It was based on a series of books called Confessions of a Shopaholic. And the crazy chick from Wedding Crashers was in it. The one that hooked up with Vince Vaughn. I can't think of her name right now. It's like something long and stuff. But anyways, that's me. Sometimes you go to the mall just to feel good about yourself. And I'm so loving Castleton right now because they have all these stores that we don't have in Kokomo. Like, I grew up in like a above middle class family, I guess. My mom was a single working mom. My parents were divorced when I was a baby. But my mom worked a lot. She worked at General Motors, and I'm an only child, so I kind of grew up like teensy bit spoiled. Men tend to call me like a spoiled princess, and I can be the hugest brat if I don't get my way. But I'm not like I'm not like a snotty or bitchy princess. I'm just like a teasing bratty princess, and I want things done my way, and I want things when I want them, and I don't like to be kept waiting. And I can be slightly demanding, and I can be very persuasive. Not manipulative. Some girls are very manipulative. Whoa, that's a mouthful. Some girls are very manipulative. I just started speaking in tongues. That is a hard word to say. What the fuck? Some girls can be very manipulative. Wow. Tongue twister when dealing with men. Not me. I just try to be as cute as possible, and I like to consider myself a down-to-earth, genuine person, and like men will want to do nice things for me because I'm cute and because I will do nice things in return. Nice, naughty, dirty things. Just kidding. I have to like give some humor so to keep you all interested, and you'll be like, this girl is very interesting and naughty, which I can be on occasion. I had a video on my other account, which was Groovy Retro Chick. I had one of me like going, woohoo, dancing in my underwear. I don't know if I can really like reenact that here. Oh look, I'm wearing a short skirt right now. But it was like basically just like going like this, but in my underwear, which I'm not going to show you. I just lifted up my skirt. I just fell off his chair. And second video is Terry falling off her chair. But anyways, I was dancing in my video to the father figure. And it sort of helps if my screen doesn't go black. Sorry about that. Anyways, wow, I've rambled on for 10 minutes. Anyways, my question for you girls is, how do you feel about men that just approach you out of nowhere and ask you for dates or ask you for your phone number? And I think men need to learn how to talk to women first and just be cute. Honestly, if you're like super smoking hot cute, you don't need lines to talk to women because the women are going to be flocking to you asking for your number. And I very, very, very rarely do that, unless because I'm very, very picky. And I just recently met someone who like meets all my checklist criteria, which I thought was going to be impossible to find. But the one catch, the one drawback is he is Russian and doesn't speak English very well. He can understand in text it. Like if I text him, he understands that more. But when I like say like regular words, he doesn't understand. He's like, I don't understand. It's so cute. His accent is adorable. Anyway, so in that very rambling 11-minute video, girls, let me know what your thoughts are on men, random strange men that follow you around in stores. Actually, that's another story I need to talk about, because men do follow me around like stalker. That's not a good way to get a girl to like you if you're alienating them from the start. So we'll start with that. How do you feel about men approaching you when you're clearly not interested, and when you're shopping? And tell some of your stories, I guess. And so leave a comment, and I will try to get back to you. And that's it for now. Okay, bye.